18 rapes. Gary, you're the wanker holding up signs saying refugees welcome. You're the wanker that imported this. Tommy Robinson claps back at Gary Lineker after explosive comment. You're not going to believe this one, because just when the dust seemed to settle around British politics and celebrity culture, Gary Lineker, yes, the football legend turned BBC presenter, dropped a bombshell comment aimed at none other than Tommy Robinson. And Robinson, he did not hold back. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. This clash has set off a storm not just between two public figures, but across social media, politics, and even the mainstream press. So, what actually happened? It all started when Gary Lineker, who's known for being outspoken on issues ranging from immigration to government scandals, made a remark about Tommy Robinson in a conversation that quickly went viral. Lineker, speaking in what seemed to be frustration, used words that painted Robinson in a very harsh light. Now, Lineker is no stranger to controversy. Remember, this is the same man who was suspended from Match of the Day last year after comparing the UK government's immigration policies to rhetoric from the 1930s. That incident nearly tore apart the BBC, with presenters and pundits refusing to go on air in solidarity. So, when Lineker turned his fire on Robinson, many thought it would just be another passing comment. But instead, Robinson hit back publicly, furiously, and in a way that grabbed national attention. Robinson responded in a video message that spread like wildfire across Telegram, X, formerly Twitter, and alternative media platforms. He accused Lineker of being part of a media elite that demonises ordinary people who speak out on issues like immigration, crime, and political accountability. And Robinson's tone was explosive. He framed Lineker's insult as proof of a deeper problem, that public debate in Britain is no longer fair but stacked against voices the establishment doesn't like. His words were sharp. Gary Lineker sits in his mansion, protected by BBC money, lecturing people who live with the realities he'll never face. Within minutes, hashtags like #Lineker versus Robinson and #BBC bias began trending. But this wasn't just about two men trading insults. It tapped into something bigger, the divide in Britain right now between the political establishment and those who feel left behind. To Lineker supporters, his comment was a necessary pushback against someone they see as dangerous. One journalist wrote, "Lineker has every right to call out extremism. Silence is complicity." But Robinson's backers saw it differently. Social media was filled with messages like, "This just proves the BBC hates ordinary people. Lineker thinks he's untouchable." Tommy just gave him the wake-up call. When celebrities insult half the country, don't be shocked when people fight back. The reactions from political circles were just as divided. A Labour MP dismissed Robinson's response as grandstanding for clicks. Meanwhile, a Reform UK spokesperson said, "The problem isn't Tommy Robinson. The problem is celebrities like Lineker thinking they speak for the whole country." And here's where it gets interesting. The BBC itself has so far stayed silent, refusing to comment on Lineker's remarks. That silence is fueling even more speculation. Is the broadcaster protecting its biggest star, or just hoping this storm blows over? This isn't the first time Lineker has ignited controversy with his words, and it's not the first time Robinson has clashed with the mainstream media. But the reason this story is blowing up is because it represents a culture war flashpoint. You have a former England striker, someone millions grew up watching on TV, publicly attacking a figure who, for many, represents defiance against political correctness. And that clash plays directly into Britain's ongoing debate about free speech, cancel culture, and who gets to control the narrative. Insiders are already warning this won't end here. One former BBC producer told a local outlet, "Every time Lineker opens his mouth politically, he risks dragging the BBC into another crisis. The bosses hate it, but they can't afford to lose him." Meanwhile, Robinson is clearly using this moment to amplify his message. His video responses are getting more engagement than some mainstream news clips, which says a lot about how fractured the media landscape has become. But here's the big question. What happens next? Will the BBC be forced to step in, either to defend Lineker or to rein him in? Will Robinson turn this into a broader campaign against "This was today's important update"? We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK, right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you.